Good morning, St. Lucia. I am feeling really good because when it comes to doing things for our youth, our children, I get super excited. And we have family back here with us from One World Schoolhouse Foundation. So we have Sonia and we have Richard. So Sonia, how are you doing today?
Oh, this is a fantastic day. The weather's cooperating for us and the kids are just completely excited. As you can see, things are well underway right now. We have all of the kids from Districts 1 and 2 here with us down here in Castries, participating in 15 different literacy-based activity centers. We have 4 amazing Canadian authors that have come all the way with us to meet the kids and to give them special souvenirs. So it's a really great day. Things are pretty much managing all on their own right now.
And you know what? If in case you still don't know what's happening, shame on you, because we've been following, like I said, their family. It is the Rainforest of Reading. So Richard, of course we've had our run. It feels like, just yesterday he was back here and we were asking where's Sonia, but we're back on another mission. So Rainforest of Reading is here. As we can see, all the flags on display just represent the collection of books over 5 years, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. We've been coming 4 or 5 years. We've had a fantastic time of it, and we thought we'd celebrate that fact by honoring some of the books and the authors who made this all possible. And so we've festooned and put signs around the spaces here in favor of those books.
Great. Now, one other thing too is it's always so interesting when we come and we see the excitement. It's a new year, so it's a new crop of kids getting the experience. My son is actually here and he was so excited to say, okay, did you sign my consent form? Because we need to go. I'm like, don't worry, I know you're going to love this, so I'm definitely signing that. But, the excitement from the kids, even though it's a new set, has not changed, which clearly shows we're doing something right.
I certainly hope so, and I think you're right when the new grade 3s come in and they have their peers, their mentors in grade 4 and 5 that can coach them along and say this is a really great experience before even the festival is arrived. In class, in school, they can help struggling readers read the different books, fill out their passports. And so it's a really great community building event within the school and within the bigger community as well too.
Great. Now I know, of course, you'll try to catch all the districts. So what is the schedule for the rest of the week?
Well, it's quite busy. We come back here tomorrow morning and we do it all over again. And we take one day, Thursday, off so that we can prepare for the final day of the festival, which is Friday in Vieux-Fort at Philip Marcelin Ground. So it's a bit of a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Great. Now, anything new that St. Lucia should know of that's happening with Rainforest of Reading this year?
Oh goodness, well the 5th anniversary was a really special occasion. We, in addition to the 12 books that were purchased for every classroom, grade 3, 4, and 5 classroom in every school, we also were able to bring 5 additional titles where schools got multiple copies to take home to build their library. So there's a lot of books that were handed out today, and hopefully that's going to inspire even the students that weren't able to make it here today to dive into those books and enjoy all of the different stories that are present in them. There's a lot of different themes, and we certainly hope that the power of literacy really opens your eyes and opens your heart to new ideas for inclusion, for equity, and ultimately for our human rights. And education is a human right, is just one of many, and we certainly hope that the themes of our books really challenges some of our readers to broaden their understanding of all of our human rights so that our kids continue to grow roots of compassion and empathy. And it's really important through children's literature. It's the number one tool that teachers can use to build that sense in our students.
Absolutely. And you see, there you have it, the passion. You can hear it, you can see it. It's all around us as well today. So again, we want to thank you guys for coming down. Special good morning to our Canadian family as well who are not able to be here. But you know what, we're still sending you sunshine because I know the weather's been a little bit,
unfriendly.
But don't worry, we have plenty love in St. Lucia here, and it's Rainforest of Reading. So we wish you guys the best of luck on this journey. And of course, I know we'll still be seeing you soon because we have other stuff coming.
Grand merci à tout le monde.
Yeah, and what would it be if Richard didn't give us some patcho today? So we'll see you soon. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Family Time right here on DBS, otherwise known as This Morning. I'm Chayla Mendez, your host. Now, this segment is here to let you know that plans are in the work to put standards when it comes to renewable energy right here in St. Lucia and across the region. But of course, the Bureau of Standards, along with our friends at CrossQ, are doing some major works here, and this is what they have to say.
Janice Healer, Coordinator for Resource Mobilization and Program Development at CrossQ. CrossQ is the secretariat or the umbrella body for the national standard bureaus in the CARICOM region. So we have 15 member states. We are involved in the development of quality infrastructure. Quality infrastructure refers to standards, metrology, which is the science of weights and measures, conformity assessment. So if you have goods that you are trading or any other product, you test it, you inspect, you certify. That's what conformity assessment is, and accreditation. So the Bureau of Standards, there must be some form of confidence that it is able to do what it is doing. So it gets accredited in conducting certain tests or certain services, right? So that's what we do. We're the regional organization responsible for that. Normally we do trade facilitation, but because of the importance of energy, the effects of use of energy and fossil fuels on climate change, we are now involved in dealing with energy issues, energy efficiency, renewable energy. So we are tasked now with the responsibility to develop standards for electrical appliances, refrigerators, air conditioners, and lighting equipment, as well as standards for PV solar water heaters and PV panels. We also are in the process of developing regional energy efficiency building codes. I'm sure we all remember what happened with the region last year during the hurricane season. So that's where the regional energy efficiency building codes, they form part of a larger suite of building standards, right? So it's important for us to be here, because what we are finding is that even within our own network, we are not really educated as to energy matters. So we're here today with our MIC members, and MIC, we call MIC, it's marketing, information, knowledge, and education. Our MIC members are here because they will be our champions on the ground. So we want to tell them what we are doing. We also want to sensitize them and sensitize stakeholders at the national level. And we want them to go out and become champions to help us roll out a promotions campaign. So yes, we are developing standards or regional quality infrastructure as it relates to certain aspects of energy, but our purpose here today is to train our MIC members and come up with a concept for a promotions campaign.
Christine Neves Duncan. I'm the project coordinator at the CARICOM Climate Change Center based in Belmopan, Belize. And we have a project called the Energy for Sustainable Development in Caribbean Buildings, and it is funded by the Global Environment Facility with the United Nations Environment Program, or UN Environment as they are known today, as the executing agency. Our project focuses on 5 countries: Antigua and Barbuda, Belize, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And this project is really aimed at reducing the amount of greenhouse gas emissions coming from our buildings. Buildings account for 30% of our energy right across the region. So if you think about your energy, 100% you're paying for energy, 30% of that powering our buildings. So we have a serious problem. Energy really is what we call the underbelly of climate change, because with all of these greenhouse gas emissions, it's coming from the burning of fossil fuel, petroleum products. That's putting all of this carbon in the air. And what it is doing, it is now causing all of these ferocious storms, causing all these frequent and more terrible weather that's coming, because you notice your rainfall is heavier. You have more rain coming in shorter periods of time. And then we have the mother of all, Dominica, where almost 95% of the buildings were destroyed. This is why this project is so important, because it actually addresses tighter building standards, tighter appliances. So we have appliances coming from various countries, and the standards are not up to par. People have them in their homes. You buy a fan, within 2 months you have to buy another fan. So we want to make sure that items coming into our country are suitable for our people and up to standards, because we deserve it. And the work that CrossQ is doing, CrossQ is a regional organization that's responsible for not just standards in building, all standards. Our food standards, yes, not just buildings. It's the organization that deals with standards and regulations for the region to make sure that we are protected, because you have bad stuff coming in. This project is going to make sure that we have proper lighting. It's going to make sure that people build and they build back better and stronger. It's going to make sure that there are some basic energy standards that we have to meet, not just in our homes, but in the private sector as well. The ESD project actually funded this, what they call the REEBC, the Regional Energy Efficiency Building Codes. I would say approximately 150,000 was granted to CrossQ from the Jeff UNEP project to ensure that we involve all the countries. And as you heard, this is really about communication, getting the message out. So it's very important that you as a media be a very important stakeholder with us to help carry the message, because I can tell you the question is not when it's going to happen again, like Dominica. It's just about who's next. Thank you.
All right, so people, if you're sleeping on you, if you're one of those who think global warming isn't real or certain things don't affect us, it is real, it's happening, and even our tiny island, yes, it impacts us as well, and also we can make a difference. So that's some food for thought for you this morning, but we're going to be right back.